The most important friendship in your life carries no contact details. It is the one with yourself. The self beneath the polished version, present in the silence after everyone else has gone. How you speak to that self shapes the quality of everything you carry into every room. This piece examines what it costs when that relationship goes unattended, and what opens when you finally extend inward what you have long given outward. Think about the last time you were fully alone. No task pulling you forward. No screen offering the next thing. No sound arranged to fill the gap. What arrived in that space? Was it ease? Or a reaching? A hand moving toward the phone before the silence had a chance to settle? A restlessness that learned, over time, to stay one step ahead of the quiet. That restlessness is worth sitting with. It marks the distance between you and your own presence. We feel it in familiar ways. The drive home when the podcast goes silent and you leave it that way for 30 seconds, before reaching to fill it again. The end of a meal alone when the phone comes out, before the plate has even been cleared. The small habitual movement away from stillness before stillness has arrived. The specific texture of your own company, whether it is, on balance, a place you choose to stay. Not with your track record or the life assembled around you, with the self at the center of all of it. The one that is simply present between one thought and the next, asking nothing. A person at ease with themselves is unmistakable. You have felt them before in a room. The ones who do not need it to confirm them, who can hold silence without filling it, who bring a particular steadiness to every encounter, because the encounter with themselves has already been settled. That steadiness is arrived at through the same patient work any close friendship requires. Presence, attention, the willingness to stay with what is actually there. People across every era of human history have returned to this same ground. The ones who carried an earned peace with themselves have always been unmistakable. Others could feel it without being told what it was. That ease is ancient. It has always been the floor on which a life is built. You know a different feeling too. A tiredness that has nothing to do with sleep. The fatigue of a person running a commentary on their own performance. Measuring the gap between who they are and who they believe they should be. A voice beneath the capable surface that moves faster than kindness allows. Think about the last time you made a mistake. A significant one or a small one that mattered only to you. What arrived in the wake of it? Was it the measured acknowledgement of someone who takes themselves seriously, without punishing themselves for being human? Or a heavier weight, a verdict that repeated itself, evidence gathered and revisited, a voice that did not move on, not at the pace it would counsel you to? That voice is not accuracy. It sounds like accuracy. It uses the language of high standards. But a close friend, the kind worth keeping, does not hold the charge open. Not after the accounting is done. Does not confuse the weight of ongoing self-criticism with the work of becoming better. What this moment opens is an examination. How you have been treating the person who carries all of this. Whether care has arrived alongside the accountability. Whether the standard held outward has also been extended inward. To notice that gap. That noticing is already the friendship beginning. With yourself. You have arrived at the place this piece was always moving toward. Think about what you would offer a friend who arrived at your door. One who came carrying what you carry in private. The self-doubt that surfaces in particular rooms. The fear of falling short that lives beneath a capable surface. The longing not yet followed. The gap between who you are and who you expected to be by now. If a friend brought you those things, you would receive them with care. You would hold them exactly as they were, with the combination of clear-eyed honesty and warmth that close friendship supplies. You would see your friend fully, the limitations alongside the strengths, and you would remain, without condition, beside them. You deserve that same kind of company from yourself. The daily, practiced act of being as present for yourself as for another person, listening to what you need, resting when rest is called for, speaking to yourself in the running conversation beneath everything, with the same patience you would extend to someone you love. A person settled in their own company carries a groundedness into every room. A self that is free to give fully. The account is filled here, in the friendship you have been practicing every day, with the person you carry everywhere. It is you. Here is what this work has been reaching toward, and it is simple. Being a good friend to yourself is the ground everything else stands on. Your presence with others is shaped at its deepest by your presence with yourself. What you give outward reflects what you practice within. The quality of your care for others begins at your own center. That examination takes courage. It holds the ways you have been sharp with yourself, alongside the ways you have been careful. The self-criticism that has worn the face of high standards. The rest refused. The need set aside. The voice that speaks in a register you would not accept from anyone else. It also holds the possibility, the recognition that the voice can change. The person carrying the effort, the falling short, and the daily showing up. This person has deserved a different kind of company all along. Picture yourself at the end of an ordinary day, sitting with the full weight of it, the accounting done. In place of the usual review, a different kind of acknowledgement settles. A simple recognition of the person who showed up, who carried what was there to carry, who did what was possible with what was available. That is the act of a person who has finally turned their care inward, as fully as they have long given it outward. The friendship that makes all the others possible has been waiting. It is waiting still. This offering is part of the Presence Keeper, an invitation to carry toward yourself what you have long carried toward others. Leave a comment. Tell me which moment stayed with you and which topic you want to sit with next. Thank you for being here. Your attention gives this moment meaning. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribing is a gentle way to make sure the next reflection finds you. Until then, sit in your own company for a moment longer than feels comfortable.